Hey there, and welcome back to the Peaceful Parenting Podcast. I'm your host, John, and today we're discussing something at the heart of peaceful parenting: fostering emotional health as a family. Imagine walking into a home where everyone feels heard, supported, and understood, a place where emotions aren't bottled up, but shared openly and managed with kindness. That's the goal we're discussing today. Creating that environment doesn't happen overnight, but it's possible with a few key strategies. And to help us explore how to make this vision a reality, I'm joined again by our parenting expert, Susan. Welcome back.
Thanks, John. I love this topic because when a family prioritizes emotional health, it truly transforms the home atmosphere. Everyone feels safer, more connected, and more willing to communicate openly.
So, Susan, let's start with the big picture. Why is it so important to foster emotional health as a family, rather than just focusing on individual coping skills?
Great question. Emotional health isn't just an individual thing, it's a relational aspect. When everyone in the family feels emotionally supported, it reduces stress, builds trust, and creates a more nurturing environment. Additionally, it fosters healthy emotional habits in kids that they'll carry into adulthood.
It sounds like it sets the stage for both present and future success.
Exactly. Kids who grow up in emotionally supportive homes are better equipped to handle challenges later in life. They learn that expressing emotions is safe and that it's okay to feel things deeply.
One strategy we've discussed before is holding family meetings. Can you share a real life example of how this works in practice?
Absolutely. Let's talk about Jessica, a mom of two young kids. Jessica felt overwhelmed by the constant sibling arguments and the lack of communication. So she decided to start a weekly family meeting. They kept it simple. Every Sunday evening, they'd sit down and share the highs and lows of the week. Jessica would start by mentioning something positive that had happened and then briefly discuss a challenge. Then, each child took a turn doing the same. After just a few weeks, Jessica noticed a change. Her kids were more willing to talk about their feelings during the week, not just at the meetings. And the best part? Her children started coming to her with problems before they escalated into fights.
That's fantastic. It sounds like those meetings made the kids feel more comfortable sharing.
Exactly. The key was consistency and creating a safe space. No judgment, just sharing.
Another effective way to cultivate emotional health is through shared mindfulness practices. Can you tell us about the Johnson family and their night routine?
Yes, the Johnsons were a busy family with two energetic kids. Bedtime was always chaotic, with lots of resistance and lingering stress from the day. They decided to try a nightly mindfulness routine. Every evening, they spent 10 minutes practicing deep breathing and sharing something they were grateful for. At first, the kids were a bit restless, but soon they began to look forward to this calming ritual.
That sounds amazing. What impact did it have on them?
It completely changed the bedtime dynamic. Instead of rushing and arguing, bedtime became a time to unwind and connect. The parents also noticed that the kids were calmer during the day because they had been practicing relaxation regularly.
It's great how a simple routine can make such a significant difference. Let's talk about open communication. How do we encourage kids to express their emotions without feeling embarrassed or scared?
It starts with modeling honesty ourselves. One dad I worked with, Mark, struggled with this. He tended to say, "I'm fine," when he wasn't. After working on it, he started saying, "I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed right now. I need a few minutes to myself." At first, his kids were confused. They weren't used to seeing Dad openly admit to feeling stressed. But within a few weeks, Mark noticed something amazing. His son started saying things like, "I'm frustrated because my homework is too hard." By seeing his dad model openness, he learned that expressing emotions was okay.
That's so powerful. Kids really do learn from watching how we handle our own emotions.
Exactly. When parents show that it's okay to feel and express emotions, kids follow suit.
One more question, Susan. How do boundaries contribute to fostering emotional health within a family?
Boundaries are essential. For example, one mom, Leah, realized that her kids constantly interrupted her work from home time. She explained that during her focus time, they could only interrupt emergencies. She used a visual cue, a quiet time sign on her office door. It took some practice, but her stress level dropped once the boundary was consistently enforced. The kids also learned that respecting others' boundaries is important. It was a win for everyone.
It's amazing how setting boundaries teaches kids to respect space and emotions.
Yes, and it also shows them that setting their own boundaries is okay.
Susan, this has been a truly valuable discussion. Fostering emotional health isn't just a one-time fix. It's an ongoing practice that requires the whole family to make it work.
Exactly. It's about creating a culture of openness, respect, and support. Emotional health becomes part of your family's foundation when everyone plays a part.
For those listening, if today's episode resonated with you, be sure to check out Agnes Blake's Anger Management Solutions for Parents. It's packed with real-life stories and strategies to build a healthier, more emotionally balanced home. If you found this episode helpful, subscribe to the Peaceful Parenting Podcast and share it with a friend who could use support. Remember, emotional health is a journey, and every small step counts. We'll see you next time. You've got this.